In the vast world of folklore, one warning echoes louder than the rest. Not all treasures are meant to be touched. Legends from Europe to Asia speak of objects that glitter with promise, but rot with consequence. Mirrors that steal souls, jewels that bring kingdoms to their knees, and heirlooms that seem to choose their own victims. These stories endure because they reveal a truth humanity has never outgrown. The greater the power an object symbolizes, the greater the danger it carries. But among all these cursed relics, one stands above the rest, quite literally. A crown, beautiful, regal, and feared. The crown was born in violence. Some traditions claim it was hammered together from the spoils of conquest. Gold stripped from fallen enemies, jewels taken from temples, and metal melted from weapons that had spilled innocent blood. Other accounts whisper of betrayal, advisors murdered for challenging the ruler's ambition, or artisans forced to craft the crown under threat of death. They speak of a ritual interrupted, a burial rite performed incorrectly, or an oath broken at the moment the crown was completed. However, something sacred was violated, and the crown became more than a symbol. It became a vessel for every sin committed in its creation. From that moment on, the crown carried a reputation that even time could not erase. It shone with royal beauty, and the shadow of a curse that would cling to every hand bold enough to claim it. As the centuries rolled on, the crown's journey read like a map of human conflict. Traditional legends trace its path through wars, invasions, and the collapse of entire dynasties. Whenever a kingdom fell, the crown resurfaced, taken as a prize of victory, hidden by fleeing nobles, or seized by conquerors who believed they could command its power where others had failed. Folklore and old annals describe how each new possessor rose with astonishing speed. A warlord who captured the crown gained sudden loyalty from rival clans. A young ruler who inherited it enjoyed a brief surge of prosperity. Even rebel leaders who claimed it for a night were said to rally crowds with impossible ease. But the rise never lasted. Just as quickly as fortune appeared, ruin followed. Armies that once marched in triumph collapsed into chaos. Prosperous courts descended into infighting and betrayal. Leaders who believed themselves untouchable fell to plots, disasters, or misfortune too precise to call coincidence. As the crown's reputation darkened, so did humanity's desperation to escape it. Folklore tells of priests, guardians, and the last survivors of fallen dynasties who made one final vow: the crown must never sit on another head. These determined custodians tried everything, burying it under temple floors, sealing it in stone chambers, even casting it into sacred fires said to purify any evil born of man. But the crown refused to die. It was as though the crown defended itself. And whenever someone succeeded in hiding it, locking it in vaults, sinking it into rivers, or burying it under layers of earth, the victory was always temporary. Inevitably, the crown resurfaced. A farmer digging a field would uncover it. A looter would stumble upon it in a ruined palace. A merchant would acquire it unknowingly, only for tragedy to follow. Through every age and empire, the pattern held firm. No matter how deeply it was buried or how fiercely it was rejected, the crown always found its way back into human hands, as if it were choosing its next victim. The incidents became so frequent, so unsettling, that some institutions quietly passed the crown along without public notice. Shipments rerouted overnight, displays dismantled, objects transferred from museum to museum with no explanation except a vague memo citing security concerns or environmental risks. Every movement only spread the stories further. Even in an age of science and certainty, the crown continues its silent journey, unclaimed, unstoppable, and forever hungry for its next handler. As the crown's legend passed through centuries of retelling, the crown is often viewed not merely as an object of doom, but as a symbol, one crafted from the very fabric of human ambition. Historians suggest that the crown's curse reflects a timeless truth. Power, when seized without restraint, has always carried the seeds of its own destruction. In many traditions, cursed regalia serves as a warning to rulers who reached too far, demanded too much, or believed themselves invincible. The tragedies linked to the crown mirror the political instability found throughout history, moments when pride toppled empires more effectively than any enemy. The crown's curse becomes less about supernatural vengeance and more about human nature reflecting back at itself. Through this lens, the crown stands as a powerful metaphor, not just an artifact that destroys those who touch it, but a reminder that the greatest dangers are often the ones we crave most. For centuries, the crown has claimed rulers, advisors, and entire courts, earning its reputation as a cursed relic. Power seized from it invites ruin. Its enduring appeal lies in its warning, unchecked ambition and obsession that carries a cost no one can escape. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.